with a Swole. Normuth.
The sun is shining, the birds are chirping, the bacon is sizzling.
Oh, yeah.
Welcome to the Daily Swole.
Haha. Testing, 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 testicles, testing, testicles, 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 ahem, testicles. Welcome everyone to episode 1200 and 18 of the Daily Mother Swole, the most muscular swolecast, beercast, broadcast, gangcast, mancast, pimpcast, sleevescast, and slaycast in the realm. Because when I flex, you flex, we all flex our biceps. What's going on, beaches, booshes, busters, hustles, and hoes? Welcome to the Friday Freestyle Slamcast. What's going on, you fuck nuggets? We got some cool stories today, and we're going to talk some shop. Friday Freestyle is the place to come to stretch your legs out and get ready for the weekend. Or is it the week beginning? Is it the weekend or the week start? What do you think, fam? Are we just getting started? I think we're just getting started. All right, what's good? What'd you guys slam today? What'd you guys smash? What'd you guys do today? What'd you do? What'd you lift today? I did some legs. I'm gonna do some hot yoga tonight. So, yeah, double dipping. Papa Swole is gonna double dip those sick fucking gains. Make sure you double dip yo gains. Double dip yo gains, beaches. Smash the like button. Agreed. Do as the like police, Nicholas, captain of the like police. Do as he asks and hit the like button. You know that does help, actually. That does help. When you hit the like button, YouTube's going to show it to more people. They'll be like, well, if so many people, including Nicholas, do I have a hair here? So many people, including Nicholas, love the podcast. Let's show more people. Let's show this to more jabronis so they don't have to fall into the pit of jabroni. They don't have to fall into the depths of jabroniism, I guess, if that makes sense. Packing up my entire house. Okay, that's weird. All right, what's going on? What's good? Swolga Foundation tonight from Donna. Very nice. My new favorite greeting, fuck nugget. What's up, Wes? Yeah, fuck nugget. Kickboxing with weights today. I hope you're not doing that at the same time. That'd be weird and unnecessary. You'd be one of those Instagram people that just does ridiculous shit. I just caught part of Alan's video today. I just saw it pop up in my feed before I went live on the show, and I watched the beginning of it. Fucking BOSU balls, people. BOSU balls are the bane of fitness. I swear to God, if you're a trainer and you're having your clients use a BOSU ball, chances are you don't know what the fuck you're doing. BOSU, and that's, I'm saying that with a broad stroke of the brush. BOSU balls are so overused. That's why I say that. They're just so overused. It's like any kind of gimmick in the gym, every trainer and every person just goes to it because it seems like because there's so much going on that you're getting more shit done. But it's fucking foolish half the time. There's very few things I would ever have a client do on a BOSU ball. And most of the things I see people using a BOSU ball for, they're not doing it properly. Trainers included, they're not doing it properly, and it's just not useful time. It's not useful fucking time. It's not useful. It's not a good use of your energy and your time spent in the gym. Most of you have limited time to go to the gym as it is. You do not need to go and be fucking with a BOSU ball. You need to go and lift some goddamn fucking weights. Lift some weights. This guy was doing, power cleans or some shit on a BOSU ball? What a fucking mook. What an idiot. What an absolute idiot tard. Can you say that? Idiot tard? Is that a not the tard part. I like the word retarded. I love that fucking word. I know some of you might be sensitive to that. I think that's a good word. It's a good fucking word because some people out there are fucking retarded. They really, really fucking are. God. Some people are so fucking stupid. People that are doing cleans on a fucking BOSU ball, that is the proper use of that term. That's the proper use of the term retarded. That person that's doing it he must have some damage to his frontal lobe or something. If you're doing cleans on a BOSU ball. That's ridiculous. That's a nice start. You like that? A retard. Was that from Hangover? What a great movie. What a throwback. What we got here today? How's Hurricane Dorian treating me? Didn't do anything. Literally didn't do anything. We got a little bit of wind and a little bit of a sprinkle. That was it. Nothing even happened. Not where I am. I don't know if anyone else is getting hurricane or wind. Literally all that for nothing. Where I'm located, which is great. of course, the Bahamas don't exist anymore. So they got destroyed. But once it turned, most of Florida didn't get jack shit. So, which I'm grateful for, but a lot of people really got hit hard. So, again, sending thoughts and gains. I hate sending prayers because that does jack shit. But, it's just, there's so many people suffering in this world. It's just interesting how we direct our attention to specific instances that are current, but there's people are having fucking problems all the time. I don't know. I think about that stuff a lot. I think about how trending topics are and how people pretend to fucking care, and it's weird. I know people do care. I don't know. I'm going off on the rails, but you know what I'm saying. Thoughts and prayers. Thoughts and prayers. I hate that phrase. So I say thoughts and gains. I'm sending sick fucking gains to the Bahamas. Like, I hope everyone makes some gains and gets their shit together and does well, donate food and send help and shit like that. Fuck, that's so bad. Bahamas people are shooting each other for supplies, water, and food. That's what scares me. That's really bad. That's really bad. Like I said, it's bad. Like, they got wiped the fuck out. I haven't been following, to be honest, but that's what scares me when there's that's the feeling that I get in Florida when you have a storm coming, when there's lines outside the gas station and you read stories about people pulling guns and shit for gas and for food and water. When I go to the store and it just looks like it's been ravaged and just bottles are hanging over and things in the aisles are just scattered and there's no water. It gets scary how people panic, how people are not prepared already and how people panic. So, I mean, the next time you think that, I mean, we're not going to go down the whole gun control thing, but if you're not holding, you're at risk. Let's put it that way. You got to protect yourself and your family, but there's a lot of fucking crazy shit out there. All we need is a little bit of a famine. We need a little bit of a disaster and society will break the fuck down. It'll be like The Walking Dead out here. And I haven't seen The Walking Dead, but a dystopian society, it won't take much for shit to go sideways. So just be careful out there. Be careful out there. Anyway, let's get back to our main topic of bullshit today. We're going to talk some bullshit. Now we're going to talk some good stuff. Oh, yeah. We're going to talk about it. Yeah, we're going to talk about that, Holly. We're going to talk about that in a second. We're going to talk about that in a moment. We'll get started with a lighter note. We'll shift to a lighter note because that story came about. And it's not something super current, but it just popped in the news over here. So you Aussies, you Australians are fucking ludicrous. All right? You Australians are fucking insane. You got a lot of crazy vegans down there. I think you also have that. I think you also claim that Freely person, that Freely banana fucker. I think you also claim her down there too. So let's get into the first story of the day. Let's see here. Where we go? Let me get my little pluggy. Bloop. All right, let's go over here. So check out this story. This is from All You Down Under. You weird people in Australia. Thousands to attend a barbecue outside the home of a vegan who sued their neighbors or her neighbors over smelly meats. Smelly meats. Smelly meat. Vegans think that meat is smelly. This is fucking funny shit. I love this. This is what gives vegans a bad name. Look, if you want to be a vegan, we've been talking about this a lot lately. If you're a vegan, it's because you believe in not harming animals. You believe in all that stuff. It's more of a moral thing than a health thing, okay? It's super fucking funny. So this is what gives veganism a bad reputation, right? So you Australians have this vegan person, you have Freely, you have Madeline Georgette, you got a lot of shit down there. You Australians have a lot of shit to deal with, so I feel for you. I really do. So let's read through this and make fun of this person who's obviously a fucking idiot. If you want to be a vegan, totally fine. But if you want to be a fucking idiot, please don't do it. Don't do it on our watch. Thousands of people are roasting. Yeah, like that? Roasting. Thousands of people are roasting an Australian vegan who took her neighbors to court over the smell of meat and fish from their barbecue by planning a massive cookout outside her home. I love it. So this woman sues her neighbors and then everyone's like, well, fuck this bitch. And they're going to barbecue outside her home. That's fucking epic. Celia Cardin made headlines this week for her legal beef in get it? Legal beef? This article. for her legal beef in which she claimed the odors from her neighbors' barbecues had destroyed her quality of life. Aw, poor baby. Now more than 3,000 people are planning to attend a cookout outside her Perth home, organized on a Facebook page called Community Barbecue for Celia Cardin. Warren. Don't let Celia destroy a good old Aussie tradition. Join us for a community barbecue and help Celia Cardin get some pork on her fork. This is like a epic troll. This article's over because already look at all these garbage ads and shit that no one wants to read. This article itself is trash. We're just picking it up. It's so funny. The barbecue is scheduled for October 19th, so if anyone wants to fly down there, you still got time. And vegans are not welcome, the page says. Cardin's legal battle with her neighbors began last year. Her complaint was tossed out of court, as it should have been, earlier this year, and she filed an appeal. The appeal was also rejected in July, but she vowed to keep on fighting. Sounds like you should move or join them in the barbecue. Can you imagine if she went out there and was like, sure, can I barbecue? Can I have some beef? Can I have some? Can I has? That's funny. I thought that was a funny article. Totally funny. A lot of you were like, hey, are you going to talk about that crazy vegan? Yeah. I don't know what you guys got. I don't know what you guys got going on down there in Australia. Holly, you got to get your shit together. Get your people to get them some shit together. And what are you doing awake? Holly, isn't it like 3 a.m? Go to sleep. Good Lord, go to sleep. Or is it 4 a.m.? You can be loud, you could be stupid, but if you're loud and stupid, now we got an issue. Look, she can argue it. Fuck. That's the problem. That's a problem with veganism or any of these like extreme aspects of the culture. Why can't you just do your thing and let someone barbecue? You don't want to eat meat? Fine. Doesn't mean everyone else has to suffer. Doesn't mean everyone else has to be miserable. Oh my God. So that's funny. I liked it. I laughed, and I hope you all laughed too. So let's see some other stuff that's going down in the social sphere. We have some new juice with Demi Lovato. I don't know if any of you I got some coffee burps. I don't know if any of you picked up on this latest story. And we'll talk about this a little bit more for like the duration of the episode, or for a little bit more of this. Just a reminder that anyone that's just joined the podcast on Sunday Funday Q and Anus, so don't miss it. Make sure you turn on the notifications. If you haven't yet subscribed, hit that subscribe button, and make sure you hit the like and thumbs up, drop a comment, but also make sure you subscribe, hit the bell, and you can customize your notifications. So make sure you turn them on to always. That way you get notified every time I go live, not sometimes, because if you don't have that setting tweaked, it'll give you sometimes a notification when I go live. So even if you hit the bell, you're not always going to get notified. So you have to customize, just like Facebook, you have to customize your notifications. So Sunday, we do the Q&A. Let's see. We got some stuff here on this page that no one cares about. Nicki Minaj says she's going to retire for her family. No one gives a shit. And we got this one with Demi Lovato. So let's talk about this because I have a couple opinions. I'm going to play a little devil's advocate here. And, since we have a safe space, see, the Daily Swole is a safe space to talk shit. All right. This is a safe space to talk shit. It's not a safe place where people are going to be protected. We're going to speak our minds here. So I have a couple different perspectives on this article here. So Demi Lovato shares unedited bikini pic with an empowering message. I'm tired of being ashamed of my body. So I'm going to read through this, and then we can kind of voice your opinion. So you can drop your opinions in the comments below. Demi Lovato is getting raw and real. The 27-year-old Sorry Not Sorry singer, I guess that's a song that she did. I don't follow her music at all. I only realized who she was within the last few months. She got candid in her Instagram post on Thursday, sharing an old unedited bikini photo, and explaining that she is done being ashamed of her body. This is my biggest fear, quote, a photo of me in a bikini unedited. And guess what? It's cellulite. And she didn't spell that properly. I'm just literally so tired of being ashamed of my body, editing it. Yes, the other bikini pics were edited, and I hate that, and I did that, but it's the truth, as everyone does, so you're no different. So that others think I'm their idea of what beautiful is, but it's just not me. This is what I got. I want this new chapter in my life to be about being authentic to who I am rather than trying to meet someone else's standards. So here's me, unashamed, unafraid, and proud to own a body that has fought through so much and will continue to amaze me when I hopefully give birth one day, she continued. Why is everyone giving birth all the fucking time? Close your legs. My God. Lovato, who had previously been open about her struggles with an eating disorder and body image, added she's thrilled to be acting again and not stressing about putting herself through a strenuous workout or depriving herself of certain foods. All right, here we go. This is where we got the devil's advocate we're going to play here. Anyway, here's me, raw and real, and I love me, and you should love you too. Now back to the studio. I'm working on Anthem. Also, just so everyone's clear, I'm not stoked on my appearance, but I am appreciative of it, and sometimes that's the best I can do. I hope to inspire someone to appreciate their body too. And she posted a picture where she's got a little cellulite, and she looks okay, all right. And then this is her Instagram post, which has 1 billion likes and stuff like that. She also posted on her Instagram story writing, literally shaking still. That was so hard for me to post, but wow, so blown away by the love and support. And these were from back in May, blah, blah, blah. This is just her unedited pictures. And that's that. So let's talk a little bit about this. First off, what do you think about what she said? Forget about how she looks, whether you're attracted to her or not, you think she's beautiful or not. That's so subjective. We're not even going to address that because that's just not appropriate. And it's just not a subject for any kind of debate. You might like her. You might not like her. You might like her music. You might not like her music. Let's look at it from a social media influencer standpoint, because that's what she is. She is a big name. She is a celebrity. So what she says is going to get a lot of attention. Obviously, 7.5 million likes. So she's getting a lot of attention. Let's just look at it from that. Forget about what she does. Forget about who she is, in the sense of she's a singer, she's an actress. Let's just look at it as someone that has a lot of people looking at her shit. Okay? She has a lot of people looking at her shit. So what do you think about what she said? What do you think about what she did? And what are your thoughts below? Let's take some thoughts right now. Let's go into the comments and see what you all think, because that's what I'm curious about. Okay. Cellulite, seriously, I feel like the whole article is Demi announcing she's letting herself go. Danny Danger, I think what I'm worried about most with Demi is that she'll go from one eating disorder and addiction to the next eating disorder and addiction, which is food and overeating. What was her previous eating disorder? Was it anorexia? Was it just was she very overweight? I don't know her past. Cellulite is natural and the majority of people have it. You're not special for acknowledging your humanity. That's a good point. Kiyun's forehead. That forehead just keeps on coming back. Yeah, straight up, nearly everyone has cellulite, women and men. It's nothing to be proud of. It's like being proud that you breathe air. Congratulations. Meredith, I could not roll my eyes more at this girl. Heidi, I'm 270 pounds. I'm not ashamed of my body either. I was 450 and I worked motherfucking hard to get this body. Damn, good for you. You lost 180 pounds. Good for you, Heidi. Everyone drop some gorillas and some biceps for Heidi. Good for you. Kiyun, if I had her body, I wouldn't be literally shaking. She has a friggin' personal trainer, laughing my fucking ass off. She looks fine. Nicholas, who the fuck is she? Is she trying to stay relevant? Yeah. Holly, she looks like any other girl, especially because curvy is, quote, in nowadays. It's such a dig for attention. Happens to post when the body positivity thing is on level 9,000. Sarah, just attention grabbing and cashing in on the body positive BS. Let's see. So Rachel, she struggled with eating disorders her whole life, and this is, I'm sure, difficult for her to do. I think it's a good thing. She's not promoting anything but reality, though. She looks above average for how the fuck is she is brave. Let's see here. Just some random girl. Let's see what just some random girl says. Bro, I have an eating disorder and I feel like everyone that has an eating disorder on social media is like, oh, poor me. I have an eating disorder, so you should be loving me and supporting me. Rochelle, it's just a way for her to jump on the body positive movement. Okay, so for everyone that's thinking that Papa Swole is misogynist and I go against women, you ladies are savage, but you're also honest. So I love you. I love this fucking community. I love everyone here that watches this Swole. You guys are fucking honest. Guys being ladies and men, everyone. So yeah, raw and real. And we've talked about this many, many times that the reason why it's always about, a lot of this stuff is always about women is because guys don't fucking do this kind of shit. Guys don't talk about love my body. Guys don't come out and promote fat acceptance and body positivity. Now, here's the thing. So I have a couple, I agree with a lot of what everyone is saying in the comments. Now, my thoughts on this is, one, she's a celebrity. So she is like fundamentally programmed to get attention, right? She's in the spotlight already. So pretty much anything that she would say or do now will get attention. But, you know, you have to stay relevant. You have to stay relevant in the headlines. You have to stay relevant in the media unless you're going to disappear. Now, the fact that she is ashamed, I'm tired of this part. I'm tired of being ashamed of my body. Okay? Like, the issue I have with this, and here's the thing, I'm not saying it's a bad thing because I do want to make it a point. She's not saying that, she's not promoting body positivity in this. She's not like, I'm, you know, body positive. She's not saying hashtag fat acceptance. She's not pushing all that stuff. She's not like really having a message of that. She's talking about herself personally. However, when you start sharing stuff like that, it becomes everyone's business. You don't have to post that picture, but if you post that picture and you post that whole thing, you're sharing it with everyone because you're actually sending a message. Otherwise, you would keep that shit to yourself. It's like donating to the homeless and then blasting on social media and showing a video of you donating to the homeless. It's like, why don't you just do that because you want to be a good person and you want to help people? Why do you have to, you know, conflate your ego and show people, hey, look, I'm donating. Hey, look, I'm a good person. Like, if you really want to do it, then do it. Do it and shut the fuck up. Like, do things that are nice and then keep it to yourself. So she's showing that she's done being ashamed of her body. I agree. I agree with this whole brave thing. I don't think it's brave. I think it's really like I think it's like the issue with the 8th place trophy. So you have cellulite. Okay. Welcome to the other 1 billion people that have cellulite. So like, you want an award for taking a picture of your body and not editing a picture. Like, you want an award. You want a pat on the back for not editing a picture. You want an award for taking a picture and not photoshopping it? Okay. Like, no, I'm not going to give you a pat on the fucking back. I don't think it's bad what she's doing. I think it's fine. I don't think it's a bad thing. I think everyone should love themselves and respect themselves. But of course, treat it with respect. Eat properly, exercise. Okay. I think this leans towards fat acceptance. This leans towards, I'm just going to accept myself how I am and relax with the eating and relax with this. And with the whole eating disorder thing, it's like, that's a whole other conversation. But you don't share that unless you're trying to get some, you know, some belly rubs. You know what I'm saying? You're not sharing that unless you want a pat on the back, unless you want attention. Otherwise, keep it to your fucking self. Keep it to yourself. Yeah. Well, it is two different things. Body positivity is two different things. I say body positivity and I say fat acceptance because a lot of people group them together. But body positivity should be for people that are amputees, for people that are burn victims, that are missing limbs, you know, that kind of stuff, you know, handicapped people. That is what body positivity should be for. However, it's kind of been like overarching and kind of like been bleeded, you know, kind of shadowing over all the other stuff with fat acceptance and health at every size. It's like one big movement, but it's all broken down into different things. It's like LGBT, right? Like, again, like in the Dave Chappelle special, right? They're all traveling in the same car. And then he says that the T's are making the trip take longer. It's so fucking brilliant. I say it every fucking episode, but I've been seeing all these little videos pop up on YouTube about how, you know, Rotten Tomatoes gave it, you know, 0 stars because they had these bullshit people fucking give it reviews, and everyone loves that special. If you haven't watched it, go watch it. But it reminds me of that. Anyway, it doesn't directly promote it doesn't promote obesity. Okay. It doesn't promote obesity, her post. She talks about, I hope to inspire someone to appreciate their body today too. I think all these messages need to come with their fucking vegetables and stuff like that. Like, I think it's rough to say, oh, you should love and appreciate your body. People use that as an excuse to not take care of their fucking body. People use that as an excuse to not take care of their body. Oh, I love my body. Okay, fine. That doesn't mean that you should accept having a lot of extra body fat. Now, she's not overweight. She's thick. I mean, she probably could train more and exercise more, but that's subjective. She doesn't have like extra body fat to the point where she's going to be potentially unhealthy because of it. So I don't know all her details, her height, her body fat percentage. That's not what we're critiquing here. I'm not critiquing her beauty. I'm not critiquing her music. I'm not critiquing her personality. I don't really know much about her aside from the fact that she has a huge following. She's very super famous and she's now posting this stuff. So I don't think you deserve a pat on the back for being honest. I don't think you deserve a trophy for participating. You're showing cellulite. So, all right, ladies, show your cellulite on Instagram. That means you love yourself. If we're just showing that all the time, I don't know. It has to come with a balanced message. I think what she's saying is pretty good. But then she goes into the caption. I didn't read this part of the Instagram post. Let me bring this back up because I didn't read all the details because they skipped over it in the article. So let's bring this back up for a second and you can drop your comments, what you think. So let's see here. This is my biggest fear. A photo of me in a bikini unedited. And guess what? It's cellulite. I'm just literally so tired of being ashamed of my body, editing it, blah, 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 so that others think I'm their idea of what beautiful is, but it's just not me. This is what I got. I want this new chapter in my life to be about being authentic to who I am rather than trying to meet someone else's standards. So here's me, unashamed, unafraid, and proud to own a body that has fought through so much and will continue to amaze me when I hopefully give birth one day. It's such a great feeling to be back in TV film while not stressing myself with strenuous workout schedule before 14-hour days or depriving myself from a real birthday cake rather than opting for watermelon and whipped cream with candles because I was terrified of real cake. If you're terrified of real cake, watermelon and whipped cream is not a good option. I love watermelon, but why are you putting fucking whipped cream on there? Like you might as well eat a cake if you're putting whipped cream on there. And I was miserable on some crazy diet shit. That's whoever's guiding you is fucking up or whatever you were doing. Like why is that the watermelon's fault? Why is that? Anyway, okay. Anyway, here's me, raw and real. I love me. You should too. Now back to the studio. Blah, blah, blah. Okay, and then that was a part that wasn't the middle part. I guess that's why it wasn't in the article because it was pretty much didn't say jack shit. Anyway. H. Tompkins. Fit shaming absolutely is a thing. I don't go out with my friends anymore because of it. They cut me down because they want what I have without working for it. I'm just finding new friends. I wish more people would do that, Tompkins. I wish more people would do that. You know, we don't complain. People that lift, people that are in great shape, you're not able to talk about these things often because you don't know what people go through. The reason why I'm not obese, the reason why it's because I've been taking care of myself. I train like a fucking beast all the time and I eat right all the fucking time. And I practice yoga and like fitness is a huge part of my life. That's why I'm not obese. I would be obese if I overate too. That's just the fact of the matter. I would be obese if I didn't take care of my body. Okay. You're not going to be obese if you have taken care of your body your entire life. A lot of people get off on the wrong foot. A lot of people go down the wrong road because of poor parenting, because of poor decisions for the first 20, 30, 40 years of their life. Shocker that it doesn't come off overnight when 40 years have been going in one direction. Kind of hard to reverse that ship. It's hard to, you can't turn around a cruise ship on a dime. You can't just fucking whip that thing around. It takes time. You have to understand that it's going to take a long time. And maybe if you've put your body through 40 or 50 years of damage, it might not be possible to get back to the point where you could have been when you were 18 years old if you were training from an earlier point and taking care of yourself. Because once you're 50, 60, 70, like sometimes all that momentum cannot be reversed to the point where you would hope it would to be. Okay, well, you have to still love yourself, but you have to take care of yourself. I just don't think, the whole shaking part, the whole this, everyone's inside their own head, of course. Everyone's up inside their own head, so she might think she's all nervous because she has this whole story that she's told herself. And I'm not saying that she doesn't have stress, but you get what you ask. Like, she's a celebrity, she's in the spotlight. You don't want to post a picture of cellulite? Okay, some people do. You don't have to care what other people think. I hate that's the truth. So others think that I'm their idea of what beautiful is, but that's just not me. Then post. Why can't you just post those pictures without having this whole sob story? And I'm not saying anything bad about this post. I respect it for the most part. I'm just not a fan of the last part there, the National Cellulite Day. Okay, like easy there, champ. You don't have to go full. You don't have to go full mook on that one. You can slow it down. You can just be happy with where you can just be happy with where you are. You can just be happy with who you are. You can just be happy with who you are and post pictures that are less edited. And if someone mentions it, like, yeah, this is me. I don't edit my pictures anymore. Hey, it's Demi. Just so you guys know, I'm tired of all this fucking edited and Photoshop shit. Here's me. Take it or leave it. Boom. You don't have to give me this whole thing. You don't have to give the whole dialogue. You don't have to get the whole thing. The whole thing. That's a little devil's advocate. So generally a positive post. It's not promoting obesity per se, but it's definitely questionable, the motives and the reasons for that, I would think. I think anytime when you are a big time influencer, you are a celebrity, when you post something, millions of people are going to see it automatically, then, things have a little bit more weight in them. You're going to have a little bit more there's a little bit more weighing out the scale. So, take it for what it's worth. I don't know. I'm suspect by it. I'm not necessarily a huge fan of attention. I think it's a convenient time to do it. I think a lot of you are right when fat acceptance and things like that are off the charts in terms of popularity. It's a good play. This is the time to do it. This is the time to do it. But I also think that if you're doing something for the right reasons, you don't need to explain yourself. Just do it. Just do it. Just start doing it and people will recognize it. Actions. Don't tell me that, does that mean that all her posts? Check her account. I'm not going to follow it, but check it. Keep her in line. Keep Demi Lovato in line. Are all her posts going to be unedited now for forever? She's never going to use Photoshop. She's never going to use airbrushing ever again. Ever again? Bull fucking shit. I guarantee either these pictures, everything's going to have filters and stuff like that. There's no doubt about it. So does that mean that? So what does this post even mean? She's showing people that she has cellulite. Cool. And then she's going to go back to her regular routine. I don't know her cycle. I don't know her message. I don't know what's consistent for her. It seems like she has a lot of, is it accurate that she has a lot of, does she have a lot of hate? Does she generate a lot of hate in the media? Does she have a lot of controversial stuff? Because it seems like in the comments here, from all of you, that there's a lot of fuck this shit, fuck this bitch. I don't know if that's true or not. Let's see. Helen, I used to hate my cellulite, but a year and a half of lifting weights has improved the appearance a little bit. I still have them, but I don't really care anymore. Well, it is pretty natural. It is pretty natural for people to have it. I think I probably have a little bit if you look closely enough. I mean, it depends. A lot of people have it, but a lot of people have it for a reason. A lot of people have it because of exercise habits or lack thereof, and eating habits or lack thereof. And some people, I'm sure there's some genetics. I'm not a cellulite expert, but I'm sure there's a lot of reasons why someone could have cellulite or could remove cellulite. But I'm not really an expert. It just seems like it's a little bit of an attention grab in the sense I'm still shaking. It was so hard for me to post. You post 1 billion fucking pictures and videos everywhere. Okay. So you're a normal person? Cool. I just think it could have done without the feel sorry for me or the love me and give me support. It's just fucking post it. No one's feeling sorry for you. You might have been through a lot, but you hadn't eaten. It's hard to feel sorry for someone who is extremely successful, but success comes in different forms. A lot of people that are super famous and have tons of money commit suicide. So it doesn't mean that you are, they have your shit together. But I still think that it's very important to pay attention to the quality of food. And I see some of you mentioning, when it comes to a lot of these Instagram fitness pros, quote unquote, a lot of people just promote calories in, calories out. And I do talk about calories in and calories out. And calories in and calories out matter. However, a lot of people are only looking at those numbers, and that's a complete lack of perspective. And it's extremely dangerous. And that's why people get on these cycles of cravings. That's why people get on these cycles of not getting the optimal results, because they're fundamentally not eating quality foods. And there's a lot of people out there that will promote a lot of cheat meals. They'll promote junk foods and all these highly questionable foods that cause a lot of people problems, and just tell you to balance your calories and count your macros and write them all down. And honestly, that's no way to live your life. It really isn't. It really isn't any way to live your life. Now, I think it's important to understand how many calories you're consuming. It's important to have an idea, especially if you're trying to lose weight. However, the goal is to learn what foods are optimal for your body, observe the caloric intake, and adjust. That way you can learn, you can lock it down psychologically, you can build those habits so you don't have to count that shit anymore. Because you don't want to go through your life fucking counting things. It's miserable to track shit. It's fucking miserable. It's miserable. I hate telling people to count calories. Calories exist, energy balance matters, but it's a fucking miserable way to live. And you don't have to. You really don't. That's the truth. You really do not have to count calories if you start by going after the quality of food first. You go for quality of food, you're getting more nutrients, more food bulk. You're going to be more satisfied quicker. You're going to overeat less. If you're trying to bulk, then guess what? You're going to have to force yourself anyway. So get ready to pound. But you're also training hard at the same in the same token. And if you're trying to lose, it's going to be much harder to overeat. It's going to be much easier to manage your deficit, and you're going to feel more full and more satisfied from your higher quality diet. And then you can learn, oh, this is this much food on a plate. Okay, fine. And then you're just fucking going to eat, and you'll be fine, and you don't have to weigh every last fucking thing. I hate that shit. I hate counting calories. I really fucking do. But I also hate this bullshit when it's like intuitive eating. No, you got to train your body. You have to train your body and train your mind. You have to train those habits so you can earn intuitive eating. Most people should not even fucking touch that shit unless they've been focusing on an elimination diet and quality of foods for years and really lock down their training and understand what foods are best for their body. They're seeing great results. Cool. And then you can kind of let the ship sail. If you've never learned it, this is what you're supposed to learn. First off, you're never supposed to be eating garbage fucking foods when you're little. You're supposed to be super active, farming, out hunting, fighting, tribal shit. You're in the woods building huts and climbing fucking trees. You're supposed to be super fucking active, hunting food, gathering food. That takes calories. If you're going out there and you're hunting food, go out there with a fucking bow and arrow that you made yourself, or a spear, with your friends, and go try to bring down a buffalo. Have fun with that. If you could even do it over the course of fucking weeks, try doing that. Let's say you do get one. It's going to take you all fucking day. You're going to burn thousands of calories, and you're going to be eating a quality, healthy animal, and you're going to be eating organ meats nose to tail. So you're getting tons of nutrients. You're using tons of energy, using your muscles, using your skills. So when you think about a natural environment, right? A fundamental evolutionary environment. Now, it doesn't mean that humans can't adapt to this shit, but we've gone in the last 100 years from doing all that stuff to all of a sudden sitting on our fucking ass getting food delivered that's concentrated sugar that's not found in nature. That's why we're sick. It's not rocket science. We gotta stop eating that shit. Make your own food, exercise more. And most people dramatically underestimate how much exercise they're doing or how much exercise they need. Oh, my Fitbit says I did 500 steps. Fuck your watch. Move more. Don't go by fucking steps. Go to the fucking gym. Go for a walk and just walk. Go. Move. Do it. Stop counting your fucking steps like that's making a real difference. God. I'm trying to get more steps, so I'm going to go step in place. Okay. People think they're going to look like a fucking supermodel and they're going to just walk more. Okay. Walking's great. Walking's great. Don't pretend like it's going to give you a physique, though. People have these like idea that's going to just melt fucking body weight off them. Like, it depends on how much weight you have to lose. Quality of food first. Quality of food. It will help you manage your calories. You're not going to have to bend over backwards and break your fucking neck counting calories if you're eating really, really good foods and you're prepping your meals and shit like that. Oh, yeah. If you're in the wild, yeah, good luck being a vegan. Have fun with that shit. I wonder why. I got to find that shit. I agree with that. The end goal is intuitive eating. Sure. I eat intuitively, but I eat the same fucking foods. Like if I have a grass-fed steak and I have a sweet potato and some sauerkraut, like I eat a little bit of food, I'm full. Like legit, I'm full. I don't need more than a sweet potato. If I'm eating another one, I'm eating it because I am consciously like, okay, I'm going to eat one. It's not because I'm hungry for it. I don't get cravings for a sweet potato. I get cravings for food. Like, oh, my body's like, I'm hungry. I need to consume fuel. So I consume fuel. For me, my little splurge would be fruit. I'll eat watermelon, or I'll have some grapes, or I'll have something like blackberries or blueberries or something frozen fruit or some shit like that. You can only eat so much of like fibrous, fruit, vegetables, animal products, animal proteins. You can only eat so much of that before getting full. And if you're getting full, like by the time you're like partially full, you slow down, you're fine. You're fine. You're getting so many more nutrients, so much more density. It's going to last you longer. You're not going to really overeat. To overeat on real food, you're going to be stuffing yourself. You're going to be actively stuffing yourself. Especially if you're trying to do a caloric surplus over the course of a day, you're not going to eat 3,000 calories of whole, dense foods like I just mentioned in one meal. You're not going to. So you could do intermittent fasting. Fine. You're having 2 meals later in the day. Even if each meal was 600 calories, you're getting 1,200 calories. People don't realize how much 600 calories of food is. A sweet potato might be 200 fucking calories, 300 calories, like a big fucking sweet potato. Like you're not getting, I'm just throwing out fucking numbers. But the point is, if you have a sweet potato, like a medium-sized sweet potato, it's going to fill you the fuck up. So if you eat that with some quality proteins and maybe some vegetables, or depending on what your nutrition, your diet is like, maybe avocado, some extra fats and stuff, you're going to be full. Fats are fantastic, very calorically dense, healthy for you, and very satisfying. You're going to eat and you're going to feel fucking great. You're not going to want to stuff yourself. If you're trying to bulk, that's what bulking is. You're eating in excess. You're eating a caloric surplus. So the fundamental aspect of bulking is you're eating past when you're full. You're giving your body more than it needs. You're going to start feeling full about 75% when you feel full. You're going to be full when you're feeling 75% full, because there's a hormonal delay that lets your brain know that, hey, we have enough food and we have enough bulk in our stomach. That's why when you eat to complete fullness, 15, 20 minutes later, you feel stuffed to the brim, you feel sick because you actually ate past when you were actually full. There's a delay. So you want to eat till you're almost full, wait about 15, 20 minutes. And if you're still hungry, you can eat a little bit more, but that's what your body signal does. When you're eating processed carbohydrates and a lot of garbage foods, your body doesn't have those signals and that whole system in play. Your body doesn't understand how that works. Your body doesn't have any point of reference. Your body is essentially broken. It's been tricked. It's been tweaked. It's been thrown a lot of shit. You've been throwing a lot of junk in the system. So you have to reset. Thus why an elimination diet is essential, and more people should do it. More people should do an elimination diet. It's very simple. It'll get you on that track to not having to count your fucking calories. Oh, I'm burping like crazy. Oh, yeah. What we got here? What we got here in the comments? What's up, fam? What's good? Inferno. Is there a difference between fat and obese with the fat acceptance thing? Because if a person is fat and not close to obese, a person shouldn't feel bad about it? Or am I missing something here? Well, I don't understand your question, so I think you're definitely missing something. Is fat... The word fat doesn't really have any kind of like definition. Obese is a medical term. The problem with those movements is usually if you are a part of it, it's a social movement. It's not a health movement. It's a social movement. Accept me for who I am. I don't have to change. You have to change and love me. And I say, fuck you. I don't have to like anything about you, nor do I have to like what you stand for. What I am coming from, I'm coming from a direction of you need to approach your life from an aspect of health. You don't have to. You don't have to, but don't pretend like you are healthy. And when you're spreading this knowledge or this lack of knowledge, you're spreading this fucking bullshit to people, you're affecting people's health because people are going to follow because you have a big following. Get it? Big following. Anyway, and what happens with these groups is usually the more extreme you are, the more accepted you are. So if you're not super duper fat, then you're not really as woke as them. All right. You're not really fat acceptance. You're not really part of our group because you're not fat enough to be part of our group. So if people get ostracized for not being obese enough, you have extremes of every group. You have extreme vegans. You have the freely banana person. You have vegan gains and those clowns. And then you have people that are more level headed, like, hey, I'm eating vegan because I care for the environment. I'm doing my part, how I think, and I'm doing things for my health. And if you want to eat meat, that's fine. That's the way a vegan should be. That's the way a person should carry themselves. Like, I'm right, you're wrong. Yo, you're as bad as a carnivore. Vegans are as bad as carnivores in the sense, like, when you demonize one thing or the other. I think we've proven there's a lot of different ways to go through. No one is living to be 150 years old yet. No one. So it's not like, holy shit, everyone that's a vegan is living to be 150. So what are you trying to prove? What are you trying to prove? Because there are plenty of people that eat quality animal products that live plenty fine. Because there's so many other variables with the human body. There's so many other variables and other habits: alcohol, smoking, exercise habits, meditation, stress levels. Where do you live? Do you live in a metropolitan area? Or do you live more in the country? What types of foods are you consuming? Genetics. There's a lot of different variables that you can't account for. And I love it when I see these vegan accounts, for example, that show one person, like, look at this person. He's 100 years old. Tell me again that veganism is bad. There are people that smoke a pack a fucking day for 100 years and they never get lung cancer. Are you telling me that cigarettes are now healthy because that one person shows that they can live a long life? There are plenty of people that live to be 100 and beyond that consume animal products. What do you have to say about that? You pick one fucking thing that you can find to suit your argument. And that's not how actual conversations and discussion can actually move forward. The fact of the matter is we don't know. That's the fact of the fucking matter. We don't know. But people of each group like to act like they know. You only know what you experience. And that's the fucking truth. If you're a carnivore and you feel great, you're going to talk about feeling great and you're a carnivore. If you're a vegan and you feel great, you're going to talk about how you feel great and you're a vegan. Doesn't mean that that's the only way. Doesn't mean that's the way that everyone should be. Doesn't mean anything. So it's totally fine if you want to be a vegan. Just don't act like you have some kind of like knowledge or some kind of crystal ball that explains everything. You can make a biased video, documentary, Instagram post. You can do anything you want. You can skew shit in so many different ways. So, if we just open the discussion and realize like, hey, no one has the answer. Cool. All right. Now we can discuss things and we can try different things. Holly, both my great grandmas lived to 97 while eating cake every day. So I think I'm going to do okay. See, now, of course, you can discuss and analyze that. Like, who knows? Who knows? What was that cake made of? Were they consuming high fructose corn syrup? Were they exercising? Were they working X, Y, and Z? Their genetics and other things that they were doing. Who knows, right? Who knows? I love how Vegan Dick Gaines is trying to stay relevant by going after Athlete X. He's gone after pretty much everyone. If you watch his content, that's your fault. It's fine. Just leave. When people are making shit content, leave it alone. Don't even address it. Let's just ignore it. Oops. Just ignore it. Ignore it. Ignore what he makes. Don't even touch it. Don't even touch it. Coming from the guy who makes videos about, I make so many videos about so many things, but I have fun. I do it for comedy. I do it for fun. But it's cool. It's cool. YouTube's a fun place. YouTube's a fun place if you treat it like fun. If you take it too fucking seriously, everyone's going to have a problem. You take it too seriously. But I love it when someone makes a video about someone and then someone else makes it back and someone else makes it back. The only reason I made the Brittany Dawn thing was like a unique situation where I like actually went back and I'm like, I addressed it. I wouldn't give a shit if someone makes a video. I don't watch other people's content like about me. I would never watch something that's about me. Why would I? That's just silly. That's just nonsense. Yeah, isn't it good? His name's Richard. Yeah, that's a tough lie. I'm over counting shit. I'm eating whole foods and working out. The good results from those two things will come. True. What's worse, though, meeting a pushy vegan, a pushy Herbalife rep, or a pushy CrossFitter? Well, CrossFitters lift, so I don't mind that. Herbalife, I don't know. I have an Instagram post. I have to find it and repost it. It says there's nothing more annoying than a vegan CrossFitter. I have to find it because people get so pissed off on that one. I have to find that and post it again. I have to find that one and dig it up. That was a good post. Lots of butt hurt there. Nerdy vegan. Got a nerdy vegan here. I have probably met more vegans than 99% of the population. 90% are the nicest people you'll ever meet. The other 10% give the rest of us a bad name. That's usually the situation. The bad vegans are the ones that are the loudest. You know, if everyone could just do their own fucking shit, if everyone could just do their own thing. You know what's interesting? I wonder why vegans don't agree with people that are looking for better conditions for animals. Like I'm still going to eat animal products, but I do not agree in like the mass factory farming and fast food and that kind of shit. So I would love to go hunt wild game. I just don't have the ability to right now. That's not like where I spend all my time. I got other things I'm doing. But wild game, sustainable, population control style hunting and wild and grass-fed beef and, you know, better conditions and healthier animals. I don't think people should be eating that kind of shit. I've gotten a bunch of messages from farmers like, you know, you're way off base when you're talking about grain-fed beef. I'm like, okay. I don't know. I literally I know what I know from experience. And you're never going to really know in terms of where your products are coming from unless you go to the farm and see X, Y, and Z. But I know personally, my own personal health, my own personal experience, and from taste that grass-fed beef, 100% grass-fed beef, grass-finished, tastes 1,000 times better and different. And I feel better than grain-fed farmed products. Literally. I have not had acid reflux once since I switched completely over. I used to have it all the fucking time, multiple times a day. I couldn't even lay back and do crunches on a ball because I would start getting fucking acid reflux. But I cleaned out all that stuff night and day. So, you know, venison's great. Yeah. I should hang some nuts on Freely the Banana Freak. I made a video on her before. Is she still making content? Is she still relevant? Does she still pull views? Maybe I will. Hey, it's Papa Swole. I'm on YouTube. I do it for the views. Am I one of the few YouTubers when I make videos? I'm putting nuts on your chin. Oh yeah, and I'm doing this for the views. Am I one of the few that actually just blatantly says all the time that I'm doing this for the views? I try to be transparent. I never hide that once. I love when people say that, oh, come on, man, you're just doing it for the views or just click. Of course I am. Fuck, of course I'm doing trending topics to get views. Otherwise people won't find my shit. Of course I am. Again, I'll say it, and I'll say it 1,000 times. It's about the message that you're sending once you get people's attention. It's fine. It's like standing on the side of the road. It's like, hey, look at me. And then once they look at you, are you telling them to go fuck themselves? Or are you giving them a special offer? Or are you giving them some good information? Are you helping them get a good price at a gym membership or something? Like, what are you delivering to people? What are you delivering to people when you get their attention? And a lot of channels, you either deliver entertainment or, as I do, infotainment, a little bit of both. Got to do your thing. And It also helps. I don't give a fuck. I don't give a fuck what anyone thinks. It's a video. I obviously want views. I fucking want views, man. I want views. I want to keep on doing this. I want to keep on doing this and doing this for as long as I can. I enjoy it. I enjoy it. I see a lot of people talking shit in the comments, talking shit about water. You guys thirsty? You guys want a little taste? You want a taste? I think you do. Water break time. Get your water, bitches. Chug, 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 chug. 10 seconds. Whoa. Yep, it's good stuff. If you're just listening to the podcast, you're like, what the fuck was that? It's the water break. You only experience the full-blown water break if you're watching live. But if you're listening, you still got to chug. Still got to chug. Thirsty. Thirsty. There are very good reasons to go vegan. I guess if you want to save the animals, yeah. Save the aminals. Freely has been covering all the same topics as you from her perspective. Is she jacking my content? Is she copying me? Is she stealing Papa Swolio's content? Ooh. Who's posting the videos first? I have not looked at her channel, but maybe I will. Should I call her out? Stop stealing. Should I just have a vegan battle? I just don't care. I don't want to do a vegan battle. Because then vegans come after here trying to throw things and you're like, you don't know. Stop it. Oh, stop. I feel like when a vegan attacks you, it's kind of you put your hand out like, and they're like swinging and you're like, you're cute. You're just holding their head and they're like, trying to slap you. Reminds you of my girlfriend. Reminds me of Mama Swolio. Little tiny. She's not vegan though. You know the problem with eating like farm raised animals and these antibiotic pumped animals and creatures that are eating foods that are not natural in their diet? You're eating a sick animal. They're not supposed to eat that food. Humans get sick too. When you don't eat the right food, you're going to get sick. That's why people are obese and have diabetes, because human beings are not eating the right food. If you're an animal and you're eating the wrong foods, you're going to be sick. I don't want to eat a sick animal. I don't want to eat a sick animal. Look at that sexy beach. She's not a vegan. She would bite my fucking nuts off if I started just giving her broccoli only. I chop up a little broccoli and some grass-fed beef. Yeah. She's not a vegan. Yeah, chunky. All right. She does not want to play today. Tompkins, I'm a game warden. You guys don't realize how much opportunity you have to harvest wild game as Americans. Conservation is set up to be funded by hunting and fishing. Yeah, I mean, I realize I just don't do it. I would love to get into that a little bit more. You know, it's like if you go out there and you hunt an animal, like one, I would rather do that than get it from like a farm. I would rather eat that for the whole year. Oh, that's amazing. All the organ meats and stuff like that. I would love that. And I've had people give me venison and stuff. It's just a different feel when you have something that you know that came from the woods and someone went out there and fucking got it for you. How old is Papa? She's probably 14. No, I don't hate on vegans. If you want to be a vegan, it's totally cool. It's cool. It's good, right? It's good. It's nice that you can do that. If you can eat meat and not be a dick to other people. You can be a vegan and not be a dick to other people. Shocker. You can do that. You can have your own opinion. You can have an opinion and do your own thing and not care what anyone else thinks. Holy shit. Shocker. Oh, you animal. Good for you, Danny. I want to pet her. Yeah, she's super pettable. Lately, she's been fucking cute as hell. She's been over cute. People who make their vegans or make their animals vegan. Well, that's cruel. That's animal abuse, in my opinion. But if you think about it, you're giving an animal that's a carnivore only plants. Imagine giving a human only plants when you're totally capacity to consume animal products. Again, it's a moral choice. I don't like it when people do it for health without pursuing other avenues. But if you come across that, look, again, if you land on veganism and that's your thing, then go for it. Go for it. It's totally cool. Hey man, how long you been lifting? I've been training for, what was it, 2019? About 20 years. Papa Swole loves fucking watermelon. Loves watermelon. Love, love, love. Oh, they're a monkey boy. Vegans, no, there are a whole lot of losers. There's a lot of assholes in every single group. So let's not single out vegans. I think I agree with whoever said that earlier was accurate. A small percentage of every single group gives everyone a bad name. You're going to have carnivores, like hardcore carnivores that talk shit about vegans and stuff all the time. You have vegans like Freely that are just fucking, you should only be eating fruit the whole life. Like, you look sick. You need to eat something besides vegetables because she's not mentally healthy, let alone she doesn't look healthy physically. And I think we're confusing survival with health. We're confusing, hey, I'm still alive with I'm functioning at a high level and I'm optimal. There's a difference between performance. There's a difference between aesthetics and stuff. And there's a difference between longevity. There are a lot of different ways that people determine health. That's why it's kind of subjective in some cases, especially if it's anecdotal. When you say, I feel great, that's a good sign, but it also doesn't necessarily mean that, like, what are you measuring? And there's so many variables. It's really hard to track all that in an individual. So it's kind of like on a case-by-case basis always. That was a fancy sip of that coffee. I saw that pinky up. I'm fancy as fuck. Plus, this is a small cup, so I'm not going to be like... No, if I fucking manhandle it, I lose my dexterity. If I go for the top... If this is this might be your first episode, Tony. This is episode 1218. I've been fancy as fuck for a long time, brother. Oh, wise words. Shane, I was always told don't trust a woman who won't put meat in her mouth. Would you? I'm curious about that. Does that mean that Freely doesn't give head? I think we just hacked it. Oh, maybe that's why she's so cranky. She doesn't get any dick. Or she doesn't fuck a human because they're animals. Maybe I don't want to think about that. Ugh. Yeah. Let's see how inappropriate this conversation can get. Let's see, we got here. A lot of people don't like Freely. Vegans don't like her. You know what's fucking funny? God, I should bring up that video. The video that I made on her, I think it was a driving while gaining. Anyway, I made the video raging hard on her. And all the comments were like, I'm a vegan and I don't claim Freely. Everyone's like, I'm a vegan and this bitch is fucking nuts. Everyone was like defending themselves in the comments, like, I am a vegan, but do not associate me with her. So there's obviously a rift. Ever since I made that video, I'm like, okay, a lot of people are sane in that community because everyone was like in the comments, like, no. Do not put me in the same group. I'm a vegan, but I do not know that woman. It's so funny. It was so funny. Does Freely eat nuts? Maybe she does. Maybe she doesn't. Let me see I wonder where that video is at right now. I wonder what's going on with that. Do you all are you all mostly watchers of the podcast, or do you all subscribe to the podcast? Just a reminder, I know I don't talk about it a lot, but if you go to swolenormousx.com and you click on podcast, you can find all the links to subscribe if you have an iPhone. Or you just type it in your favorite it's everywhere. You could type it in your favorite podcast app. I don't know if most of you are watchers or listeners. I see the same names a lot of times. So obviously a lot of you like to watch on YouTube or you catch it later. But I mean, it's definitely something you want to watch because we got a lot of like overlays and stuff going on. We got the water breaks. We got the articles and shit like that we're doing. Today on the main channel, Ask Papa Swolio 99. Ask Papa Swolio 99. A lot of those earlier episodes were one-offs, like one question at a time, but then I started combining them, started doing just full-blown, like multiple questions. So today was a big one because we've been doing them a little bit less frequently, but it was a lot of questions. So it was a good episode today. I hope you enjoyed it if you caught it. And episode 99. So the next Ask Papa Swolio will be 100. We're finally into the hundreds there. Fucking every single playlist has hundreds. So many videos. So many videos. And let's see, for those of you that maybe listen and want to watch but don't want to watch the whole thing, I hope you're also subscribed to the Daily Swole Clips channel. So if you didn't know, now you know. Papa Swolio's got, I have to make sure I'm holding three. I got tres channels. So there's also the Daily Swole Clips channel. And you'll find that in the related channels here, but you can also do a search. So you'll find a lot of little clips from each episode, different segments. So if you want to just catch like certain highlights, you could definitely go over there and check out the Daily Swole Clips channel. Super stoked if you go and subscribe and like that and follow and all that shit over there. So it's nice little one-offs and things like that. I share some of them on Instagram on the Daily Swole. So if you want to follow on Instagram too, at the Daily Swole. So there's Swolenormous on Instagram. There's the Daily Swole. I'm everywhere. Bring back Busker. There is no Busker. Busker went under like a long time ago. Busker's out. It's been out. Most people are like, huh? Huh? What's Busker? Papa, I was everywhere. I was on fucking Busker too. For those that don't know, Busker was a live streaming app. It was early to that scene. It was 2016. And I was like, you know what? I'm going to stream on Busker because if it takes off, I'm going to already be there. And I was like number one. I was number one on Busker in the fitness category. And the cool thing about Busker, if you don't know what busking is, that's like playing a guitar on the side of the street and, people put change in. So the way it was designed is it would link to your PayPal account. You would just hit a button, donate $1, donate $3, donate $5, donate $10. So I wasn't making like money on it, but it was growing. And I was like, cool, I was using it. And then I think what happened was the reason why, and I could be wrong, but the reason why it went under was I think PayPal or one of the companies or something about it, they raised their rates or they required X amount more for a transaction and it completely blew apart their business model, which means their business model wasn't really solid to begin with if something like that tanked their company. So if they didn't plan ahead, like if they were at the mercy of PayPal and shit, it's like, well, that's fucking stupid. So that didn't work out. But you can do that on Twitch too. You can donate and links it through your PayPal. You can donate. But I don't know if anyone's really. I have some followers on Twitch. I got a couple hundred, but no one really watches. It's more for gaming. I think it'd be great. It would be great. I thought about this and I think I could probably do it. I would just have to figure it out. But it would be great if I had my podcast. I always wanted to be like in the corner and to stream it live over someone else's game. So you could listen to the podcast and watch me in the podcast over like the game. I just don't want to play games for hours. I have no interest. But I think I can do like an NDI out. I have a hardcore streaming setup. I think I could do like a video out and overlay it on someone. So if you're a gamer and you're watching and you want to maybe, if there's any possible way to set that up, that'd be totally cool. I would love to do that. I love gaming. I love the whole concept of gaming. I just don't have the time to sit there. It's not even the time. I just have no desire to. If I really loved it, I would do it. I did it for a second. I did it for a little bit. I was like, hey, I'll play Fortnite. I played for like a week and that was it. I was bored. I was so fucking bored so quick. So quick. I have all the things over here. I have like another separate keyboard. I have the gaming mouse. I have the fucking gaming headset and shit. Literally played for a week. Done. Out. Thank you, Inferno. Appreciate it. I'm subscribed to the YouTube channel. Follow you on Instagram. Damn fucking straight. I got interested because it's always a different perspective from what we usually hear about health and fitness. I like to try to check things like check people. And the more I've done this, the more that I do podcasts, the more that I do content, the less enamored I am by science and research. And I'm not saying that, and let me literally explain this. I think it's important. I just want to talk about this. I feel like Demi Lovato. I want to explain myself. I want you to feel for Papa. I want you to feel for me. But and it's not that, I mean, science is fucking, that's how we are here today. That's how we're here with technology. That's how we understand how to prepare foods and all the benefits and stuff. That's science. Fantastic. But in terms of all these little like minutia, these little minute studies, like we need to pursue this a lot more, especially when it comes to nutrition. People like to take one study and be like, here's this study, here's this, and use a lot of correlations. There's no causation. So if there's no causation, it's like, well, fuck it then. If there's no cause, if you're like, oh, this does this, then we're just kind of like, this could be something we should study more. Cool. Let's get $5 billion to do a study for the next 60 years and keep people, right? Like, how would you control for that? Self-reported? Would you keep people in a bubble like the Truman Show? But then you'd have psychological components that it'd be hard to control, because then fucking you have people that are like or stuck in a cage, and then humans wouldn't act the same way because they know they don't have freedom. It'd be a weird fucking, like, it's so hard. Science or experience? Experience. A lot of people hate on bro science. Like, well, if you say you do that and you don't get results, bro science fucking works. Like if you're trying to build muscle, it's like, no, you have to split up your body parts. It might not be the best way to train like that. Like, to do chest on Monday, back on Tuesday, but it works. Why? Because you're doing a lot of overload on specific areas. Is it the optimal way to train? For most people, probably not. But a lot of this stuff works. A lot of that stuff fucking works. If you're in the gym, that's why I've been doing this for a long time. So I've stepped back, and there's a lot to be said for the more you learn and the more you think, philosophize. Like, I think a lot, I meditate a lot, and I'm kind of doing that throughout the day, and I'm observing a lot of shit all the time and how I act and how other people act. And it's important to address the fact that the more you learn, the more you realize you don't fucking know a damn thing. And what's important is you speak from experience. I think experience is fantastic. However, the experience has to be contextualized that it's my experience. It's my experience. This is what my life has been like. This is what I have done. And this is why I like it. And this works for me because, but again, it doesn't mean that it'll work for you. You don't have the same life as me, the same genetics, the same experience, the same exposure to stress and weightlifting and stuff like that. It's like, the more you learn, the more you realize, wow, there's a lot of individual variables that can't be accounted for. So who the fuck knows what the right answer is? I just think it's interesting that you have people that could be carnivores and say, I feel fucking great. It's like, oh shit, that's interesting. Let's find out more. A lot of people are like, I don't eat animal products. I feel fucking great. Like, shit, that's weird. Let's find out more. And there are people that do both and like, I feel great. Paleo, keto. Obviously, there's a lot of shit that works for a lot of people. So who the fuck knows? But that's why, it just comes back. That's why the elimination diet has literally been the best thing that I could ever promote to anyone, because it levels the playing field. I don't like to pitch like, hey, you have to be a vegan. You have to cut down on this. You have to go home this. I think for a lot of people, a high fat diet is great, but it doesn't mean that for everyone. So if you do an elimination, you're going to figure out a lot of things on your own, and then you can kind of fine tune it. But you have to be willing to put in that kind of effort and willing to dig in. Do I do one-on-one coaching? No, I do not. We all do it as a community, and I have all my programs and all my yoga class and everything. It's all inside Swolenormous X, but I do not do private one-on-one coaching. The more you learn, the less you know. Yeah, no fucking shit. 1,000%. There's no The more you learn, the less you fucking know. No question about it. The more you learn, just fucking go outside and look at the sky and be like, oh shit. The fact that the smartest people in the world, no one in the fucking world, no one in history has ever known, no one knows why we're here, the universe and shit, like why everything. The smartest people in the fucking world, not one person can tell you that. So what the fuck else do we know? What the fuck else do we not know? Probably everything. Probably don't know fucking jack shit. We know some things, kind of. Fuck. It scares me when I think about the smartest people that could ever fucking live have no fucking idea. You listen to like podcasts and shit, and you hear people be like, they're really smart, have all these degrees and all this research experience. Like, yeah, we just don't know. people don't put enough weight on that. They don't put enough weight on that shit. People are like, I don't fucking know. It's so powerful to listen to these smart fucking people say, we don't know this. That should hold the most fucking weight. Holy shit. But everyone likes to act like they know. You know why? Because it makes daily life livable. It makes daily life livable. And that's why a lot of the smartest people in the fucking universe are also depressed and anxious and have all these issues and are, because they see all these things. They're like, fuck, they have perspective that everyone else is just like a drone, like a robot walking around. Oh, just follow the leader, follow the bouncing ball. I look at a lot of shit. It's like, why are you stressed out about that? And it's like, that doesn't fucking matter. Doesn't matter. What are your thoughts on the idea that everyone is addicted to something? Addicted? I don't agree with that. Addicted is a specific word. Addicted means you can't fucking... what is a definition of addiction? Why am I going to talk out my ass? Like the actual definition. And this is what, a human definition? Like language doesn't cover everything that we have to... Like we try to find words that actually can describe what we mean. But a lot of times those words don't exist accurately. Addiction. Let me read the definition accurately. Americans, I want an unbiased. Where's I type in addiction. I'm surprised Wikipedia didn't come up right away. There we go. Like the second page, my God. When's the last time you went to the second page on Google? When's the last time? Second page? No one does that shit. Who goes to second page on Google? The fuck? All right, let's see here. Well, this is going to be useless for all of you because let's try to shrink this. Put that up there. And then let's zoom in on that. Dun, dun, dun. Oh, here we go. We'll get there. We'll get there. Okay, here we go. Addiction is a brain disorder characterized by compulsive engagement in rewarding stimuli despite adverse consequences. A brain disorder characterized by compulsive engagement in rewarding stimuli despite adverse consequences. So if you say, Cat VD, if you say, what are your thoughts on the idea that everyone is addicted to something, whether that's cocaine, well, that obviously has adverse consequences. Working, not necessarily. But I mean, if you work to the point where there's adverse consequences, like, and you can't stop, like working, and you're like dying because you're working, healthy eating, are you going to get addicted to healthy eating? Where are the adverse, like by definition, that's not impossible. If you're eating healthy, you're eating too healthy. You're going to be super fucking healthy. The consequences are dire. You're so healthy. But yeah, I mean, alcohol, if you're talking about like restrictive eating and weight management, and you're, anorexic and you're not eating enough food and you're really, so I mean, it depends on how you're really looking at it. I don't think everyone's addicted to something. I think people are disciplined and create habits. Like for me, exercise and nutrition and stuff, I'm not, I wouldn't say necessarily I'm obsessed. I wouldn't say I'm addicted. It's a habit. And it's a habit that I've created that I want to maintain, but I'm used to going because it's a habit. I've done it for a while. I had to start somewhere too. I had to go. Now it's like something that I do. It's like, if I don't do it, it's missing. It's like a habit. You forget to brush your teeth or something, you're like, oh fuck, you feel like something's missing. Are you addicted to brushing your teeth? No, it's a habit. That's my thought on that. You use DuckDuckGo. Pass on that shit. I like Google. Google shows me what I want to see. Google is watching me and listening to me. If I don't use Google, it's going to know, and it's going to send less people to my YouTube channel. I don't want to piss off Google. Keep sending me subscribers, Google. Don't worry, I'm not using DuckDuckGo, I promise. Thank you, Samantha. Appreciate it. In this morning's Ask Papa Swole, I was inspired by your advice of shadowing coaches as a valuable training tool. Yeah, and it's free. It's fucking free. Everyone's trying to spend money like what course, what this, what book should I read? Go into the real world. Like most personal training certifications are a great start. They'll get you in the door. The gym will look at you. You'll be able to get insurance, but it's not going to make you a good trainer. There are a lot of people with certifications that don't know jack shit. There are people with PhDs that don't know jack fucking shit. And maybe a PhD means you're book smart. Doesn't mean you know what you're talking about. Doesn't mean you can really explain it to others. Doesn't mean you have like the ability to creatively think. Here's another aspect of being a PhD or being a high-level educated is that you've been absorbing other people's information so long, a lot of times you're indoctrinated and you can't critically think. You can't think outside the box. You can't think creatively, which can be a deficit. Not for everyone, but for a lot of people. Is dark web? DuckDuckGo is dark web? Is it really? No, it's not. Isn't it a website? I'm going there. The NSA is going to be on my case. DuckDuckGo. Duck, duck, goose. Privacy simplified. Ooh, the internet privacy company that empowers you to seamlessly take control of your personal information online without any trade-offs. Sounds like I'm not going to find what I'm looking for. All right, enough of that. Privacy. The last thing that I have is privacy on the internet. If you're worried about privacy now, you are like 15 years too late to protect your fucking privacy. When you signed up for AOL Instant Messenger, it was gone. You were done. If you're getting power on the grid, if you're online right now, you don't have privacy. Unless you're a fucking hacker and you're scrambling your IP. Oh, a VPN is going to protect. Get the fuck out of, get the fuck out of here. Get the fuck out of here. Oh, check that. Let's get examples of your favorite person who's smart that doesn't know what the fuck they're talking about. Nicholas, yeah, my friend has a 4.0 GPA and a degree in biology and asked me the best way to convert fat to muscle. Wah, 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 wah. That gets a big old dookie from Papa. Oh yeah, you didn't know I had fart sound effects? Of course I do. Why wouldn't I? I'm an artist with PhD friends. They can hold intellectual discourse, not think outside the box. Well, that's the problem. You can regurgitate articles and things like that, but can you creatively think? I don't pay attention to politics. It's not that politics don't matter. It's that 99% of the things that are put out in the media about politics don't matter. Again, whether you're a Democrat or Republican, if you have an idea and a concept, hey, what do you think about this law? What do you think about this situation? I'm going to have an opinion on it. I don't need someone else to tell me what my opinion is. I think that's a huge problem. When they kept breaking your ad block. I know what the dark web is. I was just kind of joking about that. I've heard of DuckDuckGo. I didn't know. Is the forced ads. What ads? What are you guys doing on Google that are getting you forced ads? Forced fucking ads. That means you're not using YouTube. You're not using Instagram. You're not using TikTok. You're getting ads everywhere. If not, you're getting an ad from someone in the ad like, hey, before we go any further, have you seen my new service for blah, blah, blah? Did you know that you could get tracked, blah, 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 just for $19.99, blah, blah. Well, I don't do ads in my show. The podcast is ad-free, so, this information and joining here and listening to the podcast is going to be as minimal as possible. I don't do sponsorships and stuff like that. I haven't. People ask me, would you ever? Never say never, but like for me to talk about a product, I'd really just like to talk about something that I believe in, which is why I only talk about Swolenormous X. But it would have to be something really, really that I liked and I wanted to. So it wouldn't be selling out. It'd be something I believed in. So I wouldn't care if you didn't like it or did like it. I would do it if I wanted to. But I really just don't. I don't. I really should go with YouTube Red. Well, I wouldn't use that personally. I wouldn't pay for that. How much is it anyway? So you don't get ads, right? See, I want to see the ads. I want to see the ads, but that's from a business standpoint. I want to see what ads people are making. I want to see what Google is doing with the ads. I want to see what the styles are, what the newest, latest, that's from a business standpoint. So I want to know what's going on. I want to be blocked from ads. I don't like the ads, but I want to know what's going on from a business standpoint. They updated Chrome and it broke some of the stuff that ad block. Oh, so you had an ad blocker and then Chrome updated. See, they knew it. Google Chrome. They're like, you know what? We're going to update Chrome and just fuck this version in the ass. So now the ad blocker probably has to like update their version like fucking Chrome. We got to change the code and fix this shit. I get sick of tired of seeing V-Shred. No, just watch the V-Shred ad. So if it comes on before the podcast, which is great because you get a little comedy before the podcast starts. Watch the ad. I'll get the ad revenue and then don't click on it. So it charges him and then I get paid for it. So I'm getting paid for his fucking ad. So yay. It's a win. It's a win. Watch the V-Shred ad, laugh, and then watch the podcast or watch my other videos, wherever his videos pop up. Did you hear about all the cocaine washing up on the Florida shores after the hurricane? You mean a Tuesday? You mean a Tuesday in Florida? What happened on Tuesday? It's like a regular day. You mean fucking cocaine? Florida is what put cocaine on the fucking map. Miami is like the cocaine hub. No, I didn't hear about it, but it makes sense. Shall we Google it? Shall we check it out before we head out? Cocaine washes up on... Oh, it comes right up. Google's listening. 2 days ago. Oh, here we go. NBC News. $1 million of... Holy shit sack. What? I need to go to the beach. I need that Coke. There is no fucking Coke. What movie is that from? The first person gets an E high five. There's no fucking Coke. I can't really yell as loud as I need to do Gabriel Byrne justice. I don't know if anyone's going to pick up on that movie just from that little shitty... let's see here. Whoa, all right. Zoom out. This is excellent. Bricks of cocaine wash up on Florida beaches from Hurricane Dorian waves. Oh, good one, Kayla. Holy shit. Usual suspects. Dead on. Good for you. Would you Google that? Google heard. No, I'm just kidding. Good one. Excellent. Bricks of cocaine wash up on Florida beaches from Hurricane Dorian waves. Another 15 bricks. Holy shit. Cocoa Beach. Damn it. Too far south. More than a dozen bricks of cocaine washed up on 2 Florida beaches Tuesday from waves turned up by Hurricane Dorian. Around 8 a.m., a Melbourne police officer on foot patrol at Paradise Beach Park was alerted that something suspicious appeared to have washed ashore. Why would you report it? Pick it up and fucking go to the streets. Sling that shit, Breaking Bad style. Sling that rock. Come on, fucking Heisenberg. You had your chance to be a kingpin. Let it fucking slide. When the officer checked it out, he found a package, quote, wrapped in a way that was consistent with narcotics. Oh, real? What made it stand out? Look at that fucking thing. After he checked it out, he found a package wrapped in a way that was consistent, aka a brick of coke. Consistent with narcotics. I love the language. It's consistent with a kilo of fucking blow. The brick was tested and determined to be a kilo of cocaine. You know how you test it to determine this? It's coke. Oh, I wonder what... On the outside of the brick appeared to be the beginning of a word, but only the letters visible are diamant. Diamant? Diamant? Diamante? Well, someone just diamant. Or diamond. It's some Spanish person want to put like diamonds. Diamond. It's a diamond. It's what does it in this package? A diamond. Diamond. Yeah, put diamonds. Put diamond on there. Okay. Citing its investigation. Well, we declined to comment on what was written on the brick before we fucking posted a picture of it. This is hard. This is top level police work. Over in Cocoa Beach, I'm just kidding. I do like the police. If anyone here is watching from police, thank you for your service. I'm just fucking around. I hate it when people badmouth the police. Get the fuck out of here. They're always, see, again, same thing with fucking vegans. There are vegans that do dumb shit, and there are police officers that do dumb shit. But most vegans are good people, and most police officers are good fucking people. So get over it. People fuck up. Let me see. In the Orlando area, 1 kilo of cocaine is estimated to be worth. We talked to some local crackheads. They said, it's like 20 G's, man. It's like 20 fucking G's, man. It's like 20 stacks, bro. It's like 20, maybe 30 stacks, man. The bag has since been turned over to the U.S. Custom and Border Protection. They're fucking high as shit right now. Dorian, now a Category 2, began lashing the East Coast of blah, 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 killing 20 people. God damn. We go. All right. So that's it. That's over. All right. So there's diamond. There are diamonds on the beach. Diamond. So it looks like Cocoa Beach is a place to go during a hurricane. I am literally going to the beach next hurricane. I am strapping in and looking for bricks. I'm amped. Wow. You can make a boatload. Someone's like, call the police. There's something suspicious on the beach. It says diamond on it. It's like, you just gave the police 30 fucking grand. You pick up the brick, then you go home, you go on DuckDuckGo, and you figure out what to do with it. Go on DuckDuckGo. What do you call it? So you go on Google, you're like, oh, just Google it. What do you say? You just duck it? Just DuckDuckGo it? DuckDuckGo it? Yeah, just DuckDuckGo it. It's not the same. I'd rather Google. It's just, it flows. Yeah, the specific wording that the news chooses to use when telling news is hilarious because you know they're dramatizing it sometimes. It says diamond on it. Who knows what else it says? Well, it says diamond in a big fucking letter. Look at this. Look at that fucking picture. Look at that picture. Whoa. It shows the action of the hand. Like, in the moment he picked it up, the police officer suddenly knew something was amiss. It wasn't a diamond after all. It was a kilo of cocaine. Fucking shit. That's where you find your drugs. Yeah. Cut it with baby laxatives. People think they have really good shit and you get twice as much. Ooh. Well, they shit themselves? Is that like a good sign of cocaine? Never done blow. Just fucking take it. Shit myself. Oh, this is good stuff. Just dumping yourself. Anyway, all right, we're going off the rails here. Fam, tomorrow is going to be Saturday. Sunday is the Sunday Funday Q&A. Just make sure you like and subscribe, hit the bell and all that good shit. And new video coming tomorrow. For those of you that are watching here, you ready to turn on those notifications from the main channel? We got some nuts for your fucking chin. New NOC is coming mañana. Don't miss it. Thank you so much, everyone, for joining me for episode 1218 of the Most Muscular Swolecast, Beardcast, Broadcast, Gangcast, Mancast, Pimpcast, Sleazecast, and Slaycast in the realm. Because when I flex, you flex. We all flex our biceps. Thanks for joining me. Peace, McGee's fam. Deuce, Magoose. Don't do blow. Don't do drugs. Just say no. And I'll see you tomorrow. Peace, McGee's. Deuce, Magoose. Your boy, Papa Solio. Out, fam. Later.